Counter to that, though, they've got Phoenix on the other side.
True.
Which every single time he's getting Fire Spirited, then the Monkey King, he doesn't have spells to actually do anything. He's always just a right-click presence in laning phase.
You know, you can't play into Viper, but you can buy a BKB, right? There's always a way to deal with something, and I think it's another reason we don't see as many upsets, just because itemization and general experience and game understanding is playing a much bigger role than typical in how you can win and what the win conditions are, and in general, just more balance in the game. You know, we see it, you know, routinely. It's like 9-7, 8-5.
They are going to start off this lane very early on, getting aggressive onto JT, starting to rack up the stacks here. They're going to Nightmare JT, get a long pounce on him so it does the maximum amount of effect, and see if they can slow him down. It's not going to be enough to get the kill, though. JT is just going to be kind of forced away.
I'm actually surprised that Fly went for the sleep there. I was like, oh, I thought that, oh, wow, that's a cool defensive sleep, but no. And that's just so annoying. Like, even if you're getting zoned, like, you're fine because there's no way to ever regain lane control.
They're going to bring Ollie up here and try and turn this fight. JT is now able to get one more hit onto Fly, and it is just barely enough to get the kill. First blood for Ollie.
They've got Spear.
But I feel like this year is the best performance I've seen.
Certainly been a rock. I think just by far the most consistent on the squad. I think our team might be.
Yeah. That got his Spear back, and Fly actually getting slowed down by the last little hit there from Kaka. He takes a lot of damage on his way out as well. But Abed threw the orb up to top, and then they already had crit on the other side. So protecting those rooms, despite 3 being mid for IG, Abed barely able to get away before that stun came in. One of the downsides of rotating your supports this much and being this active would be losing out on stacks, which they'll lose out on the 7-minute stack, but if they can kill Ice 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 or at least force the shapeshift out of him, that's going to be okay, but they may not get out alive. Pounce down is going to be able to finish off Ollie. Now that they've got the coil onto 2, they have to be careful of the RP from the Magnus, but it looks like Mag doesn't have any damage anymore. Behind him, bring down 2.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've got going for them, if you check out the net worth, is that IG, in theory, should be able to farm faster than their counterparts on the Dire side. Because EG, they have a diffusal rush on their Ursa. Right. Whereas, of course, the Magnus, built-in Battle Fury, basically. So,
Ollie, he's going to try and bail out Emo here with the potential egg, but it looks like Emo's just going to die. Now Ollie has kind of committed himself and can't get out. So that's going to be just the support throwing himself in to die alongside Emo.
What was Emo doing up there? I guess just sort of lulled into a false sense of security thanks to the wards, but Abed, once again, right place, right time.
The weird part was that EG, it seemed like they kind of knew that Ollie was going to be, or Emo was going to be making that play. You see how Abed just camped that hard camp? He was just sitting there in the trees next to the hard camp, knowing that the Lina was going to come up there.
One of the best minded players in Dota. Setting up. Kaka.
All that StarCraft experience comes in handy for Ice Ice Ice.
He harassed him for almost 30 seconds with Wolves before that was set up. And a very aggressive build on the Wyvern. No points in the Cold Embrace.
Fly. Gonna be caught again by himself. This top lane seems to be a bit of a death trap for IG. They do force out the RP, and they will manage to get this kill onto Fly with the rest of IG rapidly rotating over, but Evil Genius is probably like, okay, that's space right there. We forced out an ultimate. We've got a bunch of heroes farming all over the map.
Yep, mana regen.
I actually wanted to talk about it. I feel like that some of the more successful teams here have been showing 2 different things: a high priority in vision and also scaling forward position. JT.
Talk about vision. Look at the
spotted out by the Wolves. They're going to be able to go straight over the Fiend's Grip. Meanwhile, they stop Kaka. They silence him, stun him, so the Fiend's Grip lies entirely uninterrupted. But Fly, what a beautiful RP, pulling him deeper into the tier 2 underneath the Supernova that's going to explode. They kill Abed. They bring down Crit as well. So IG, that was a beautiful initiation from Evil Geniuses. Like that was super cool. But IG still respond very well, and they get a 2-for-2 trade-off. That's probably better for them because they killed the mid lane.
And there you can see the danger with EG's win condition. So that's a Dire scan. They see him though.
Running forward, should be able to get a skewer back. don't know. I feel like they don't have the physical damage to Roche, right? All they have is mag, but they have no like minus armor or anything like that, right?
Yeah, I guess they'll just take the kill, get a little bit of a whip. Look at top. Great Orchid
plus the creep coming in. The Granite Golem may just give him enough damage to finish him off. No way.
The Orchid. How such a cool concept though, utilizing. And it's so annoying to deal with because if you think about EG's draft, you know, Bane, Puck, these heroes are so annoying.
Oh no! JT didn't actually have the spear up, immediately gets silenced, still they're going to be able to find crit. Big thing was making sure you didn't have any trees to jump around to.
So how do you deal with massive team fight? Well, you keep splitting the map and have many independent threats. Bane Monkey King now, with just creeps, can find kills. Puck all over the map. Ursa also somewhat spooky. But EG, they're aware, and they want to contest.
Taking away an Aegis from an Ursa team is always, feels pretty good, but Winter's Curse is going to be used. It's not going to last very long, though. He's going to be caught inside the arena, blown up immediately. The curse sets up into so many other disables. Crit tries to go for the kill onto the Winter Wyvern. The Supernova Explosion catches him, and Ice they're on the wrong side. Supernova Explosion into the RP. Now he's tanky enough to survive through that. The coil is going to make sure that they can actually still stay onto Emo. They're using the creeps to try and batter down Emo bit by bit. Not quite enough just yet. Emo still around. Fly actually just going for the Nightmare. Fiend's Grip. Double stun though out from Emo. And now Evil Genius says hello, goodbye. Oh, Cold Embrace to be able to save Emo again from Ice, and now with no wolf form.
Oh, the fire,
he may just be run down. Oh, the wolves. Can they catch up? I don't care about Ice. I want to see if Emo dies. It looks like he's fast enough though. He's got a slight movement speed advantage on these wolves. Ice did eventually die, as no wolf form means no escape.
What a fight. So, Egg, a lot of abilities, the ability to destroy trees was removed.
Yep.
But when you pop Egg, it just destroys trees in the area. That stunned crit.
Yep.
Then Arteezy just got everything thrown at him, so he dies. But they lost crit too, so, you know, if Egg doesn't go off, Ollie's probably just Orchided. This fight could be completely different, but instead, it's IG with a decisive victory. But good lord, Ice is still top net worth. His creeps are doing so much damage.
If it doesn't show, they don't know, but they just walked underneath the ward, so they should.
Actually, that's the Ursa. We saw a Tiny with the wolf pack. Now you're going to have an Ursa that's just hasted around.
A wolf bear. I've been saying it ever since that shard came in. Ursa is the scariest hero to have that. Now, I feel like Tiny is actually the scariest now that I've seen it in action, but Ursa's still got to be insane. Boundless Strike.
Oh my God,
see if they can take away this. Emo's going to preemptively pop the BKB. Ahmed jumped in, but he did not get the Aegis. He also did not get the last hit on the Roshan. IG, they pop BKB and Supernova to secure it, but they did get it.
I was waiting for a question mark.
I'm sorry.
What?
Did you just accuse BSJ of paying... Did you just accuse anybody of paying a pro player to spam your voice line? Sumail?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. Ice. Caught out, very dead. The rest of the Evil Genius is going to leave him behind. If you don't know what I'm referencing... Yeah, now he's just going to have to... Okay, the Abed died real fast. Was that Hunt? Did he have a... Was he full HP when he got RP'd?
It was the Orchid, I think. Orchid into the Orchid from range into Blink RP just to guarantee and confirm the kill.
Okay, I just looked over and all of a sudden he just popped instantly, so I was...
But, you know, if you look at the net worth, you can see the IG lineup.
Oh, Fly! They also apparently took a look at the heat map and said, Crit's been here an awful lot.
What did he just, like, skewer through?
He literally just blind skewered through that line of trees. I don't think he necessarily knew exactly where Crit was, but he was like, I'm going to just barrel through this line.
Right?
Really?
If he can keep his Q active at all times, you're finding the Monkey King. You're getting that clear vision as you zoom around. It also becomes much harder for EG to fight.
Emo. Oh, that Ursa is scary when he's a wolf. They're going to quickly turn around, deal with the Supernova, the Winter's Curse, the RP as well, and the egg explodes! Now the arena going down with the spear on through. It actually does manage to catch Abed, and Fly finishes him, but Arteezy is still a bit of a wolf, and he is chomping through some supports right now. Fly, how did he get himself into the backline? Fiend's gripping up Ollie, does manage to get that kill. Ice and Arteezy are still at it though. They managed to win that fight despite the combination thrown out by IG, and they're going to be able to catch a 4th hero here as we're going to say goodbye to JT. Evil Geniuses win that fight. It did cost them a buyback on Abed though. So that wasn't just a 1 for 4, that was a 2 for 4 with a buyback from EG.
Yeah, a bit of a miscue there. They overlapped, you know. They have to panic. They have to protect the egg, but the curse and then the RP immediately after means RP squandered no damage output. The arena then somewhat ineffective, and this is the danger. This is a Drum's like, and he's hitting towers very hard.
Yeah, and they might just be able to get melee and range for this, as there's no buyback from the Lina. One of the more credible threats. They're not even going to worry about the range though. Take the melee, play it safe, back it up, and just play the map now. It does manage to escape with his life though.
Thing is, I feel like you want both, because Shivas is really nice against creep heroes because of the attack speed slowing aura.
Fly does not actually get the skewer back, and he's still in trouble here. They've shown several heroes up there in the top lane. Fly actually giving up his life to make sure that the rest of the team cannot be there to help out Fly. The Supernova is enough to be able to bring them back, and they actually do kill the Helm of the Overlord creep. That is important because it's a good amount of experience and it's 250 gold.
Even more reason IG have to invest in these armor items. It's the reason I vote Shiva is just so that Fly could buy the AC, because you need all of this armor to be successful. But this is great because they know that the wolves are on cooldown, so you go right into the pig.
Evil Geniuses, any chance of them taking this fight? The smoke's gonna break. Abed dropping still Talisman while he's preparing to try and intercept some couriers. No dive at the Aegis though. Evil Genius is playing the side of the map. They caught him. Crit inside of the Winner's Curse with a creep next to him, so that's a long Winner's Curse. They're going to be able to just 100-0 crit, no problem. Evil Geniuses were around the corner here, but not in enough numbers and not feeling confident enough to try and take that fight. Maybe at best you get a good Nightmare save, which we've kind of talked about as potential big play for Fly. Orchid, Horn Toss, skewer back into the rest of the team. The Eontis does go off, but they can still catch him with the Yule Scepter Dispel. Nice sleep. That's going to prevent the spear catching him as he comes down a phase blink away. Will help him survive. And now Evil Geniuses, I think they were kind of thinking about it. They're like, okay, they went for the double wolf form, but they still have this extra life to contend with.
Abed facing the right way. Quick cast blink. All the cool kids use quick cast. Everybody make sure your blink is bound to it if you have any sort of invulnerability into blink away spell. Ice doing a nice job. He was trying to push out bottom with just his creeps, and now IG they're on the defensive.
Yeah, look how fast they move, trying to chase down these heroes because they know the Lina had to TP bottom to get away. Blink out. Kaka still on the run. Abed does have coil if he wants to try for it, a little bit blind. He's got a gem, so if Fly gets close, they'll see. For IG, it feels like a pretty dead even game, though win probability backing IG a bit, and that's probably just because what we were talking about earlier on, right? Lycan is going to fall off eventually, Ursa's going to fall off eventually.
Here they come, ready to rock.
Got their precast ultimates. They're going to jump in. Winner's Curse laid onto the Monkey King immediately. He's going to be stunned for a long time, but Arteezy able to get on top of Fly and almost demolishes him in an instant. They do have the Cold Embrace, though, to be able to get out. They're going to be able to bring down Ollie, and now Ice is staying on top of Emo, trying to get the kill onto Fly. Does manage to turn around, spear out. Ice is in some trouble right now. JT trying to protect Emo, though. They have the Supernova out. They're going to try and deal with the egg as quick as possible. The RP! It came in. Yule Scepter, awkward timing there, but they can still catch him on the outside with a spear into the trees. That is the dead carry of Evil Geniuses, and now they're going to get run over in this team fight. A horn toss backwards. Ice isn't going anywhere. Once they lose a fight, they lose some of their mobility. It's just cleanup time. IG holding strong in this mid lane gone, but it doesn't seem to matter. It's IG winning team fight after team fight. It's feeling like it's going further and further in their favor. Yeah. Lina It's like she's a goddamn machine gun, right? She's throwing out shots.
Oh, wait, you have an Aghanim now on Arteezy, so we can remove RP from himself, much like the bad.
Very nice. They're going to be able to get the side, jump forward. There's silence as well. There's no chance of an RP unless a Nightmare save, but he gets Yules as well. They're going to buy back on Arteezy, but Horn Toss is going to be able to pull Fly into the Supernova explosion. That was very pretty. Arteezy TP'd in, and they gave him the shapeshift, but there's no Roshan to take. There's no fight to take.
Just a little too cocky there. He had the Aghanims, right? He's thinking, okay, I can remove this combo.
Yep.
But really heads up, maybe just for the damage amp, right? Because it's now a completed Bloodthorn. Because they have plenty of physical damage, but they just can't stick to anybody is the trouble. They smoke up. Roshan up 2 seconds.
Gonna make the smoke wrap and try and get themselves onto the triangle through the side. Oh, the TP in from the Lina. He gets stunned immediately. Feeds Gripped as well, and his allies are not nearby. And Abed is going in deeper. He says this is the moment to win the game. He catches Kaka. He's on top of the trees. They're gonna be able to get the Orchid. He's dead next. Look at Abed, keeping it going. Trees breaking, Supernova out. They're gonna be able to get the spear onto Crit, who may get burned out. The Supernova explodes just in time. Abed committed for it. He didn't get it. Now he's hexed, and now he's dead. Right alongside Crit, instantly buys back though. They know, again, this is the fight to win the game. They need this Roshan.
And Emo bought a Basher. He does not have buyback, and that's what EG responds to. They figure, if he has buyback, he's gonna certainly use it. He doesn't, so now you do. Crit didn't BKB. That's why he goes down. He still has the Wukong, so they save all these abilities to be playing for the buybacks. They now get Aegis, who takes it. Okay, Arteezy. Refresher goes to Abed. And he's now just a point booster away from Aghanims. But wow, what a setup. They smoke away from IG. Emo just very confident, maybe even arrogant, TPing right into the wave.
Yeah.
No buyback. He has a Basher.
That was something else from Emo, that's for sure. And look at the rewards being reaped now. They've got Cheese for Crit. They've got Aegis for Arteezy, as you said, Refresher Shard for Abed's Puck, who, damn, like, that man knew Emo's dead, this is our chance, and he just went in.
And now he's got Aghanims. This is huge. 3 BKBs on the enemy team. T, there's a little bit of information they can discuss. There's
we got him! He jumped outside of the arena, but one of the trees outside of the arena, it has a little bit of an AoE to it.
The puppy paws backfires. Oh no, and he has no buyback. They know that for a fact. 100 seconds of a power play.
They do know that, but Evil Geniuses don't necessarily seem like they're backing down too much. They don't have Ice here, which makes it a little weird. They're going to try and bail out Fly, but I feel like Abed's just focused on getting himself out, and he can't.
Oh my god, he has no buyback.
He traded his life for Fly.
Oh no.
That is the wrong kind of sacrifice.
Fly had buyback, Cap. You know the two heroes that don't have buyback, they're both dead.
Oh no.
IG.
Oh, Arteezy. He tried to go for a cheeky little pickoff onto Emo, but he runs headlong into Fly with a BKB, and they still have a chance to be able to do it. The Winter's Curse bouncing back onto the Winter Wyvern. They're holding this Arteezy, trying to stop him from being able to kill Emo, and I think they've got enough. He does have Wolf form still. Can he get away somehow? He does have the Aegis, so the second life, but without this mobility, I think he's just toast. I think he's just going to die again, no problem. Maybe the Phoenix dies in the back lines, but let's see. Arteezy jumping onto Emo, but he's getting bashed up. Horn toss, dragged around, tossed around like a ragdoll. He just cannot stick onto a single hero and will die. 2 minutes, no buyback, because he will not have the gold, even in 15 seconds. Now Fly's dead as well. Evil Geniuses, they've fallen apart, Kyle. This was not a normal situation.
No, they question marked themselves, Cap. The pause into, like, I mean, you have a right if you're Crit. That would be a little frustrating. But, like, he himself paused. Yeah. And JT just too quick with the fingers. Ice is trying. He's trying to pull the creeps to try and preserve his base for just a little bit longer.
Yeah, they're like, on IG's side, they know that Arteezy could have buyback right now because of the timer, but we know he doesn't have it because of gold. And eventually IG is going to make that realization if they keep up this pressure. If they do not back down from this, they're going to realize what's going on here. Abed up in 5 seconds, and this is going to be the true test for IG. Horn toss backwards. They're going to be able to catch Ice here. He is in wolf form, so he's a little hard to be able to lock down, but a final stun, a spear through the trees. No! JT, he thought he had that on lock. Ice is able to get away. It may not matter, though. If they can still keep this going, 5 against 4, a cheese on crit.
They've double coiled.
Crit jumping in, coil. They do have the Wukongs coming in from the side, but the Monkey King just got demolished. It didn't last very long. Another coil going out, but as long as they stay still, it's not going to do anything. The double coil doesn't do a damn thing, but Ice is cracking away. He's got backdoor protection up for a second here. They're going to have to all in this building.
Can they do this?
Against backdoor protection. 15 seconds till the Ursa's back up. Even when he is back up, he won't have a whole lot of allies.
The waves are dead. Can they do this?
They're doing it. 2,400 HP. It's down to half health now. Ursa's going to be up in time to be able to take a fight here. Throw out the arena, throw out the supernova, all in for this building, jump to the other side of the arena and bring it down. Game 1 goes to IG. This series, at least this game, is not disappointing, Kyle. It depends on the lane matchup, though, which I think they're fine with because it's Disruptor versus Monkey King. So Ollie should be able to have a pretty decent impact in this lane. And you can't reliably deal with Thunderstrike with Kraken Shell either. Like early on, it's 600 damage threshold. It's like... most notably, like Ti10 OG is probably one of the better examples. Like, there are plenty of times, EG is a constant example, actually, where teams will not do very well on the first 1 or 2 days of group stage. They'll learn, they'll adapt, and then they hit playoffs running a bit. JT, ooh, they actually killed Fly. And Kaka snuck behind. That was Crit's courier, though, so I thought maybe it was going to be Storm Spirits. Not the case.
Swipes the bounty. Quite nice indeed. But so far, so good. I mean, EG, if you check out the CS, right, they're effectively in 3 lanes, winning 2 of them. And JT just not really able to get much done. Ollie's very dead.
Yeah, throws down a kinetic field. Didn't actually keep anybody out. That'll even up. They're really committing, and Crit's going to follow them in. This is going to be a 2 versus 3, granted, underneath their tower. But they may be in a bit of trouble here. Kaka holding on to that dive for as long as possible. Is going to pop it now, because once he does that, there's no way out. He has no way to be able to cut down these trees, has no TP scroll, so he is just dead to Crit here. Did lay down a little bit of a lane ward before he goes.
Look at Abed stealing some stacks. But do keep in mind, you know, the TA factor. A lot of creeps getting killed in the jungle, leaving his Disruptor mid lane. Ollie
100-0, get out real quickly. He's going to jump over, grab the Disruptor here
for
a bit of damage, and has to be able to jump away from this double damage. Kinetic Field's going to make sure he's not going anywhere. Good kill for IG.
What a play by Ollie. Yeah, Abed might be a little tilted after that one. He just wanted to grab the DD. You don't want to give that away to a TA, but there's just a trap there. So that's a freebie. And Emo got the last hit, right? Indeed, he did.
That are sometimes almost out of your control, that you just kind of have to accept the circumstance. Abed will manage to get a bit of revenge against IG, killing Kaka and helping to invade the jungle where our TZ is already farming away. Not super free farming, but still doing all right, and TA is farming up in the triangle. I don't think you're too sad as IG and just trading right now. Kaka is going to get picked again here, as he's honestly just trying to get some information down, maybe do a little bit of dewarding, not being allowed to do anything though. Evil geniuses with that patented just control of the map that they like so much.
Speaking of growing, this net worth lead for EG will continue to expand as they get them in tower, but a big glimpse.
Pull back into the Static Storm. They're going to try and bring down the Tide Hunter, not let him cast any spells, and they do manage to do so, but it costs them their Phoenix, which Abed did manage to get the execution on and still has plenty of mana to be able to jump away. So, can't do anything about that, can't do anything about their tower dying. IG will just have to hold that L.
Take the trade, though. Does EG. You might lose a core, but you're going to be okay with that. I'm surprised Fly was not level 6. I think they gave the Tome to Crit instead, which surprises me. Or he just took the Tome and was still level 5 on Oracle.
rather
like
than
it.
what was a diffuser blade first, right, into Orchid.
Well, it's a different kind of game, right? You have more minus armor as well from your Tide, but you have a true like hyper carry in the Troll.
Good try. Good try, Ollie. I think they just caught him before the invis stuck. I'm not sure if he was actually in that sentry range or not, but
Threaten to do it themselves or even just take a team fight. There is a Blink Deso on Emo. They are very strong. Max Meld.
oh, nice
Whoa.
reveal of the Orchid there, killing Fly.
What? He was just farming bottom. Okay. That's a bold move. And right on top of the ward. Nice job there.
They're immediately going to respond, though, by trying to kill Ice. He gets on the Ravage just before the Static Storm, and now Arteezy is here. He's got the Maelstrom. They've got to be careful of this combo, though. The Supernova plus the Arena. They do not have the attack speed to be able to deal with that egg, so will stun everybody, allow IG to back up and reset. For IG, do you think they just don't know about this, or they don't want a team fight meeting?
I don't think they know. Or if they do, they just don't mind. But look how low EG is. You would have thought they would consider contesting. No Oracle ult, no Ravage, to your point. But I mean, there is a Wukong, so it's not even skilled.
Are they going to have to be a bit aggressive? Oh! That was sick. I want to see that one again if we can. Kaka does still have the Supernova. He's going to be able to get it off. Grid forces it out, but as they come back, Ollie trying to hide away under the Arena. They're going for the Supernova. They get it ever so barely. Abed turns around, but the Orchid onto TA will not stop him a whole lot. He's going to be able to just blink to the side and then re-engage onto Ice here, who should be run down. No. Okay, that wasn't the spear you wanted, JT. Can they still get him? They can't. He's going to be able to blink away now.
Okay, so first off, nasty from Ollie to camp an invis from the Shadow Amulet, and then just straight up slay Abed with the baited Arcane. JT, a really weird Arena. I think if the egg is in Arena, it just lives. He tried his best to absorb them with Bulwark, but who knows? We saw some really weird speed. Oh, hang on. Morphs in vision.
Trying to jump him. Static Storm laid out. That'll allow them to be able to back away. Not sure if they can go on this Tidehunter or not. Emo's going to have a poke here. They go for the spear. The Ravage going down almost immediately as the Kraken shell, but look at that fast blink from Emo. He leaves JT behind, but he did not get caught in that stud, and that means Evil Geniuses, they have to run. They only got the Mars for that. Jump forward from Kaka, but everybody else on Evil Geniuses, a lot of mobility to get in and out of these team fights, both Game 1 and Game 2.
And we didn't notice, but yeah, when that fight mid happened, Arteezy was just top. He just took tier 2. They've had outpost control, so the map very split now.
Under attack.
All options here.
You have Oracle like this. Troll will stay full HP, and you know there's no glyph.
Yeah.
Although Arteezy very alone.
The only reason not to is because the glimpse the Arena locks him out a little bit. He's going to be forced to use his BKB, and Fly's going to be left behind. Arteezy, having popped the BKB already, needs to be able to get away with it and turn around the Ravage. Wukong's command out, and the TA and oh, jeez, the Mars, they just stumble into a death trap there from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, he had the BKB, not enough time. Ice. That is playing to win. My man, Ice. It feels like he's playing Lycan. He's the one making the moves. Now the Tidehunter, he sees the opportunity and pounces. That's the killer instinct I'm hoping to see from EG throughout this tournament. Very scary. Arteezy, I get pushing there. I like it, but you know, you're playing against like the glimpse. If that spear latches, it doesn't. If that hits tower, he's just dead. And look at the rest of EG. Everybody's coming late. There's no crit. There's no Abed. They probably just watch Arteezy die twice, if so, but instead they do get the turnaround. JT, been a bit off. Missed a couple of big spears so far this game.
Look at this initiation. Kaka has done this twice now. That last fight, where you were talking about, if the spear lands, the troll would die because Kaka dives forward and yules the Oracle to stop him from getting off the false promise. Same thing he does here. He dives forward, catches the Storm Spirit for them to be able to lay down a Static Storm. That is, I've seen Yules on Phoenix.
Feels like a bad game, but to your point, you know, his impact has been critical, and if you can just have one of those assist speed on enemy Storm.
This does not feel good. They get the pick off on Ollie, but at the same time, mid lane, Arteezy was forced into another round of BK because of the shotgun. Right?
He's already down to 6 seconds. Halberd now on Tide. They're just making a little noise. Sound the alarms, force some TPs. They do just that.
Rattle the sabers, as a good old boy of Dota 2 once said.
Crit.
They're gonna jump forward. Do manage to catch a nice Ravage onto 2, but Crit stuck inside the Static Storm is gonna die, and there was no damage to follow up Ice because the arena locked out RTZ. Now they go for the Supernova. They're gonna try and focus it down real quick. They should be able to do so. You can see JT trying to pull the projectiles off. Not the case. Fly jumps in, does manage to kill Fly, but at the same time, RTZ was given the false promise. That gives him back up to full health and enough to be able to kill JT, but a final spear on his dying breath locks down RTZ and allows Fly and Emo to be able to get these kills and clean up potentially. Ice. Good read. Blinks into the enemy base to teleport out.
That was sick, though. That courier came out so quick. 2-on-1 it feels. And Abed later on certainly will be effective, but look at how many items he has queued up. You know, he needs both of them to really feel strong. The combination on top of the Ravage, but the BKB just so he can live. Right now, Disruptor.
They're going to catch him. They knew he was hanging around here. I'm not sure if the TA trap actually saw him jumping from tree to tree. I think it might have been outside of vision. That might have just been intuition. Knowing that he would play there. Re-smoke up to be able to catch more. They're going to be able to get the Tidehunter now.
Oh, we got the disarm.
Disarm off. Is that enough for him to be able to live underneath the Supernova? He does actually get bailed out by the false promise. He's going to try and TP away, but he gets glimpsed back in. Nasty position. A lot of damage was done, but he was given the magic immunity to survive.
JT
so they still have the Ravage to contest this.
JT is a great Mars, but he really needs to land these spears. Like, that's another one he whiffs. Otherwise, it's, again, a guaranteed kill. Now they're going to go in.
Ooh, trying to jump in, seeing if they can time it right for the Roshan going down. Now the Ravage goes down. Roshan still has a bit more HP, so they have to go kill on Fly. They've got him, maybe. No, the BKB. It goes off with the Glimmer Cape, and now Ice is committed, hoping to be able to take away the Aegis. It's on the ground. It's on the ground. JT picks it up. That's not what they intended. Abed, a little bit of HP and a little bit of mana, is able to jump outside the Roshan pit while Arteezy is in, and Arteezy is dead. 60 seconds for him, and now the supports are going to be caught as well. Crit realizes it, throws out the Wukong's command just to survive, do some damage, but ultimately there is no threat there to IG. 5,000 net worth up in this game too, Kyle, and looking like they might just take a 2-0 against EG.
It's looking that way, Cap. Oh, it's so close. Again. Who is it? But Ollie. Look at that sentry ward, but it fades. He dies. Abed already used half mana just to even peek and scout. It's just not enough. Go back to live action. They're pushing high ground.
And they manage to get a glimpse, kinetic field, and spear him deeper outside of the base. Same time, Abed goes for the quick execution onto Ollie. The Orchid, not quite enough to take him out. The Glimmer Cape, I think, is what keeps him alive again.
It's damn impressive so far, man. Ollie's just on fire.
He really is.
They know they're up there smoking towards.
Meld dispels.
Dire are scanning.
It's interesting. To get rid of minus armor from Gush.
Whirling axes.
Whirling axes. Oh, okay, that's a really big one. You're right. Arena onto 2. Crit is able to jump away. Not caught at all. Ice. Very likely left to die here. Arteezy does manage to get a bash there on a Fly turning into the Monkey King to stay on top of Crit, and Crit taking damage from the tree. As Fly perched up there in ranged form, ranged morphling, able to lay the damage, lay the waste to those below, trying to catch for more. JT not shy about searching. They feel pretty damn strong right now.
I mean, Ollie he has one job. He's glimpsing Tidehunter, and we saw, was it Thompson? No, Old 11, our first game of the day. Second item, BKB on the Tide. Feels like maybe Ice should have considered the same, because he is just consistently dying 100-0 in the Static Storm.
Yeah. No, he tries to do what he can, but there's only so much survivability items you can get to survive through, especially now, because he's got the +2 seconds Static Storm duration. You're just there forever. Long zip in, forces out the pre-egg here. That's enough for them to commit and take the melee barracks. Reset. Now, Evil Geniuses, I'm presuming, want to try and take a fight, but they still have 8 more seconds for Tidehunter, so not even really going to be able to punish that egg usage. recognizing that this may be a rather dire scenario and backs up against the wall. What does Dota Plus say? 10% chance for Evil Geniuses. Sounds about right to me. They're going to lead off the site. Onto the Troll. Static Storm as well. No save. Fly could not get off the false promise in time, and that, Kyle, is 3 heroes dead with no buyback. Maybe a fourth. Fly's going to be pulled back by the Glimpse, and they're just going to run down the game. GG called. IG. A sick game 1, but just a clean clinic of a game 2 by them as they managed to bring down EG. Again, grand finalist 2 times this season, brought down low by the Singapore Major Champs.